So I'm Sherry Albright, and I am the president of the Raise Your Hand Texas Foundation. And we are thrilled to have you all on board with us this morning. We're recording this because we have a number of our friends and colleagues who can't join us this morning. And so we just wanted to capture this so that we can share that out with everyone else. We are also thrilled that you're willing to talk with us and help us be creative and brainstorm around this pivot that we're making from what was a really elegant Those Who Can't campaign to Teachers Can, and launching that way before we thought we would. And so we're just thrilled to have you here. As I said, we are going to record, so we're muting everybody. And what you may want to do at some point, my colleague Petri Darby, who is our Vice President of Marketing at Raise Your Hand Texas, is going to show a video. And during that time, you may want to turn off your own webcam and just have your name up there, because you'll increase your bandwidth a little, and it may improve the quality of watching your video at that point in time. We're going to go straight through our presentation, and then we're going to open it back up for conversation at the end. I'm joined this morning, as you heard, by Petri Darby from Raise Your Hand Texas, and also Kate Rogers from the Charles Butt Foundation, whom you all know, as well as Pauline Mensch, who is with our Charles Butt Foundation as well, and has been central to all of this work. Plus, there are others on the phone, Emily Iturbe, who's with us at the Charles Butt Foundation, and then you can see all of us that are joined across the top. And we appreciate you putting your names up there so that we know who all is with us this morning, and so that others can see. So thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us pivot. And Kate, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks so much, Sherry. So can everyone see my screen of the slides?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to walk through sort of where we are now as of this week, after so much has changed in the world. I think the good news about all of this is that we started off this adventure with the notion that we were going to try to launch a movement to really reframe the conversation around the teaching profession. And to some extent, that is already taking place. So now we're not so much trying to create a movement as we are seizing an opportunity that has emerged. Because right now you'll see on social media, we talked about it a little bit amongst ourselves, that parents and others are really starting to realize the critical role that teachers play, how complex the job is. It's not easy. And you've heard everyone from celebrities like John Krasinski to others saying we should be paying teachers $1 million a year for everything they're doing, now that we're all home with our own children and realizing that it's just not easy. So it's the perfect time to show appreciation for our teachers. So what we're looking to do is offer a messaging platform, a place in the website, the TeachersCan.org website, where people can go, they can convene, teachers can convene, they can share pride in teaching, they can share their stories about what they're doing right now, and others can post content to honor teachers specifically. And then we're going to talk about some things we'd like to do during National Teacher Appreciation Week. So our goals are to increase teacher morale. This is not easy on teachers, who thrive on being around their children all of the time. So, I've talked to my friends who are teachers and principals, and it's hard. It's a challenge. So we want to show them that we appreciate them and we support them, reinforce the value and importance of what they do each and every day. And then again, leverage this moment in time to pivot from those who can't to those who can. So a few different calls to action for teachers themselves and for the public. Again, we're encouraging them to share, those who can, stories, and a video. So we have 2 videos that are in the works right now. Petri's going to show you one in just a moment that the Richards Group has produced. And this video will go viral next week, beginning on the 13th. And we also have placed a media buy in the major markets across the state. So Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, the Valley, etc. When folks go to the website, we are encouraging them, if you're a teacher, to share your story, your points of pride, the things that you and your colleagues are doing right now during this challenging time. We're going to invite everyone who visits the site to thank a teacher and to nominate a teacher. And we're hoping to talk to you guys today about how we want to put together a Texas-sized prize drawing for that week, where we can celebrate teachers each and every day. So I'm going to turn it over to Petri now, and hopefully technology will be our friend, and we'll be able to show you guys the video from the Richards Group.
All right, can everyone see my screen? It should be dark gray.
We see your video.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry. We see you, though. We don't see the screen.
You don't see the video.
You just see, yeah, there we no, let's see.
Oh, hold on one second. Let me share my screen.
Petri, I stopped shared to turn it over to you.
There we
All
go.
right, here we go. Now you should see a gray screen. All right, great. This is the new video from the Richards Group. All right, you should be able to put yours back up, Kate.
Okay.
Any thoughts about the video? As you know, the original one was focused on those who can't, and clearly that didn't feel like it was on pitch for where we are now in the world once this health crisis started and South by Southwest was canceled, where we were originally looking to launch this movement / campaign. And so we got back together with some of our association partners and held kind of mini focus groups about the best direction forward. And we knew that there was an opportunity here, but we also wanted to make sure that as we were seeking opportunity in a crisis, that it also was appropriate in its messaging and its platform. And so we regathered with the Richards Group and talked about possibilities. And this is what they came up with. It seemed to reflect kind of the zeitgeist of where we are right now in terms of people's appreciation for teachers, as well as what teachers are saying online about their appreciation and their love of students and their desire to get back in the classroom and their attempts to do everything they can to still meet the needs of all students. And so we wanted something that kind of reflected that feel and something that also worked from the outside in to help support teachers and make them feel appreciated during this time to help increase their morale. And so would love any feedback on the video. What you guys think? You need to take yourself off.
Oh, I just unmuted. This is Erin. Yeah, I would just say I love the pivot. I mean, I think that to y'all's point, the teachers can and the whole can't concept has so many legs and it was so strong and what a beautiful spot that y'all did. And it sounds like there's still vision to be able to use that in the future, which is great when the time is right. And so, you know, right now I just love the ability to pivot and really use the distance learning and all the other kind of situations happening right now to leverage and really speak to that in this new concept. So I think it's really nice work.
I echo that. I love the message. I think I like the message better than the original message. However, I was surprised that it is just words on a screen and there's no pictures of, you know, teachers, you know, using some of that technology and doing some of the things that they've been doing.
So it's a good point you make, and we actually talked about this. One, this was the fastest way to get something done. It also was one of the most cost-effective, and also right now we're seeing all of these things on social media. We're seeing them pop up on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram, and people are seeing it in their homes with their students interacting directly with their teachers and such. And so we felt like the message could help support what people are already seeing. Both virtually and on the ground. And so it's kind of where we were, was like, how do we make sure we don't lose this opportunity in this moment when we can't go out and film something new? And that we certainly could pick up things that are happening on social. And we are looking to do some of that to help promote what's coming up for Teacher Appreciation Week. So we don't want to lose that opportunity to capture some of the imagery and the videos that are out there. So we will do that.
So Suzanne, too, Petri and his team are also working on a second video. That's a compilation that will show a lot of the images that you've just described. that will be released a week later. And that video is designed to specifically promote nominations for this Teacher Appreciation Week event that we're looking to put together. But I do think, so you bring up a good point, and I'm glad that the plan is to kind of do both.
Good, thank you.
Can you all see the screen again?
Just nope. See you.
Okay, let me try to fix this real quick.
Yeah, to your point, Petri, and Suzanne, some of those images on social that are so strong that I've seen, I'm sure you all have seen them too, have been, you know, the different caravans of teachers stopping by their students' homes because they miss them, or even the ones that are using Zoom and just really rocking it on Zoom and having fun with their students and doing kind of dances and different things. It's really cool to see them embrace this new normal.
Yeah.
Very normal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we wanted to share with you kind of an early look at the website that will be launching on Monday. And so kind of at the top left graphic is what the top of the website will look like. We've taken this in snapshots because it's a rather long scrolling landing page for the website. So we've broken it up into parts here so you can see each piece of those. And some of this is a little bit lost in translation because the website wasn't done. So I was trying to overlay some images on top of some things. It didn't work exactly the way I was hoping, but you should get the picture. So at the top left there, you'll see at the top, we'll have a dynamic header where the words that are in gray will change every few seconds, and they align with the copy from the video. So it starts with the those who can, and then adapt to a new way of working overnight, and then some of the other lines from the video. And then we'll have the video embedded in the website there with options for people to share that to social media. As you scroll down, you'll have the share your story options, which provide some prompts for teachers to share their story of why they love teaching, and encouraging them to share those videos, photos, and or text on Facebook and Instagram, using some of the prompts to help encourage their thoughts, to inspire their thoughts, and then to use the hashtag TeachersCan. And then below that is for everyone else to be able to thank a specific teacher using the hashtag TeachersCan and thank a teacher. And there's also some prompts for them. We had created these for South by EDU, and so we have the opportunity to repurpose those here. As you scroll further down, there's the opportunity for teachers to display their teaching pride by downloading some Zoom backgrounds, as you've seen an example that I have and that Kate has, and we have several more that are in the works. We'll have a total of 8 to begin with. And they kind of represent a lot of the core subjects in schools. So you'll have a social studies / history one, you'll have a literature / books / library. You've got a STEM one and the music one, and even a physical education one is in the works. And then we also have some posters that people can download to either display in their space at home or on their window or wherever they want, or as backgrounds just on their computer. And then we also have a products website where we have a number of things that initially will be available, and we'll show you that screen in just a minute with some of those samples. And as you scroll down, then we've got an overview of our partners, from our brand partners to our association partners to our community group partners and universities. And right now we've got, I believe, more than 60 different organizations that have submitted their logos. And one of the things that we want to reiterate is that this is not a Raise Your Hand Texas Foundation or a Charles Butt Foundation initiative. This is a Texas Teachers Can coalition of dozens and dozens of organizations who are all coming together to celebrate, lift up, and honor teachers, to help teachers also honor themselves and each other. And so if you have not yet submitted your logo, we can provide you with a link to the Google Drive folder where you can just drop that in, and we'll make sure to get it added. We're trying to finish up the website today. So if you can go to the next slide, Kate, and we'll share some of the initial merch swag items that we are working on. We're actually looking at doing a gray t-shirt, not the white one, but I don't yet have a mock-up of that one. And then a blue t-shirt, and again, using some of the lines from the video. And then we've got a hat that has the Check Plus Teachers Can logo. We've got a couple coffee mugs that are in the works, or teacups if you prefer to call them. And then we've got some stickers and then a car window decal And when teachers are nominated for the Teacher Appreciation Week prizes, everyone who is nominated and gives us their address will receive a letter and a decal and a car window sticker. We want to make sure that even if you're not winning big prizes, that you have the opportunity to display your pride in the teaching profession, and that you get some sort of recognition for someone taking the time out to nominate you. So those are all in the works and will be available through the product's website starting on Monday. So we're super pumped about that.
So this is kind of the road forward, if you will. So next week, that the video you just saw from Richard's group will officially launch on social and on television. The website, as Petri just mentioned, and the social channels, specifically Instagram and Facebook, will go live. The following week is when we're looking to issue a statewide press release engaging the earned media space to really draw attention to the prize drawing itself and encouraging people to go on and nominate a teacher for one of those prizes. That's when the compilation video, Suzanne, the one that you alluded to that captures all of the great things that are happening right now, will go out again, driving traffic to the site and encouraging people to nominate a great teacher who deserves recognition during this time. We had a great call yesterday with all of the many association partners and organizations that Petri mentioned, and have asked them to help us get the word out far and wide. So we're working on a communication kit that they can push out to all of their members and their colleagues also that week of 4/20. And then every day during National Teacher Appreciation Week, which is May 4th through the 8th again, the idea is that we will be awarding prizes to teachers each and every day that week. And so what do we mean by prizes? These are some thought starters that we've talked about, but we are certainly open to any and all ideas that you all may have. So, you know, taking advantage of kind of the world we're in right now, the ultimate home office setup for a teacher, you know, so come in, create like this amazing space for them to be able to work virtually, groceries for a year, Erin and Suzanne from our friends at HEB, delivery service for some period of time from Favor. We said a year's supply of TP. I don't even know if we could get that right now, but it might be kind of funny. A Peloton bike and a membership so that they could work out at home. And then when the world returns to normal, which we know it will at some point, a welcome back party, the ultimate party at their school, which would include teachers, parents, children, everybody, and would love to have you guys involved in that. And one of the things we wanted to mention today is that the idea is to honor as many teachers as possible. So we would love your help in gift cards in particular. So the more gift cards that we could get to be able to award teachers each and every day would be amazing. And the brands that you all represent are the things that people need most right now, right? So when you think about food, gas, etc., you know, things that make teachers feel special. That's why we're really excited to be on the phone with you guys today. In addition, on the site, we would like to be doing some fun virtual events specifically for educators that week. So we've had great conversation with our friends from the Union Fitness about doing, the idea here is that there's a whole series of what we're calling mind, body, and soul snacks for teachers. They're 15 minutes in duration, and sometimes it could be like a meditation, it could be a quick workout, a stretching, something to kind of make sure that teachers are also practicing self-care during this time, when many of them are not only teaching our children, but they're also teaching their own children at home. A live concert from a famous Texas musician. We've also had good conversation with our friends at the Texas Cultural Trust about engaging Texas artists to do some fun things, which could be a lesson or a mini performance. It could be, you know, a mini performance from a musician or a ballerina, any sort of thing that would engage and make the community sort of rally together. And then some fun continuing education classes, quick little lessons for teachers was another idea we had. So again, the idea here is to get your creative juices flowing. And if any of you all have thoughts or ideas as we're moving through this, please go ahead and use the chat function on Zoom And feel free to share with us, because we can capture those ideas there as well throughout this call. So that's kind of the plan as it stands right now. We would like to open it up, and we welcome your thoughts about other things we could be doing statewide or locally. Prizes certainly is one of the big things we want to talk to you guys about this morning. Other virtual events that could take place, and then additional partners that we think we might be able to bring to the table.
Kate, it's Laura. I'm sure that we could definitely help with some gas cards.
Good.
Just so you can let me know quantities. I didn't know if you're just going to do one a day or multiples a day. Just let me know quantities.
Okay, thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, on the HEB side as well, would love to know a sense for quantity based on the duration and how many teachers we're looking to impact. Are you thinking maybe like one bigger prize, like the groceries for a year approach, and then and then multiple other gift cards? Is that kind of the thought?
Yes. So that we could do, I don't know, I'm making this up, but something like it's 2020. So maybe we do 20 gift card winners every day, and then one big prize awarded every day too, something like that.
Okay. And the other thing that occurred to me is we're seeing a lot of, to your point, you were talking about self-care, the importance of that, and some of the virtual content that you're looking to produce, whether it's just part of the prizes or whether it's like a tie-in to some of the virtual content. The beauty team at HEB has been seeing a lot of opportunity to play, and it's challenging to play in that space because we're so heavy grocery in terms of messaging on all of our e-commerce channels and everything else, and just obviously that's the priority, is keeping food in people's homes and shelves stocked, but a lot of competitors are doing a ton around self-care, and so maybe some like ultimate self-care packages from Beauty by HEB or something with all the different things you need at home to pamper yourself.
I love that. And it's interesting, ironically, I saw the CEO of Walmart on Today's Show this morning. And they were asking him about what they're seeing in buying patterns. And, at first it was kind of the TP and all of, the paper products and all of that kind of stuff. But most recently, what you're seeing is now grooming, so things to color your hair, cut your hair, because people are sort of transitioning. So I love the idea of engaging the beauty team. I think that's just spot on and very timely.
Yeah, okay, great.
Kate, that may be the other video kind of content you could develop to accompany that, would be makeup tips or hair color. I mean, I don't know if that's going too far off where you were headed, but you never know.
That's a great idea. It's funny because even like in my own friend group, people are trying to, like, there was this text string going around about like, how do I do my own eyebrows at home? Like, I don't know. What do I need? So I don't know if there's someone on the beauty team that we could like feature with some, like, it'd be fun to do like some Zoom beauty tips, like how to make yourself look beautiful on Zoom without a lot of effort. I don't know if there's anyone on the beauty team who we could do some short little videos with.
Perfect for mind, body, soul, Kate. That body piece.
Yeah.
I know.
They would love that, because we have some really strong merchandisers and skilled folks, because we launched a new format at SA45. So I think we probably would have somebody who would jump right on that opportunity to host some sort of a virtual event.
The other thing is the virtual event. The other thing I was thinking on, Erin, is I don't know if we could also do something around like cooking or meal prep. I don't, I don't know how to do a delicious and healthy dinner in 15 minutes, like something like that. I know you've got so many talented people, but I think there's lots of ideas to showcase HEB talent that would also help people during this time,
Sure, yeah. I think Scott and Charlotte, some of our chefs, and Elizabeth, we've got some talent there that could jump in. And the other thought overarching was we have launched our Texans Helping Texans campaign as part of all this, and it feels like the shareability factor from what you all will be doing with TeachersCan and Texans Helping Texans. It's really perfect, it feels to me, because the whole thing is around a lot of this content, kind of how do we uplift, how do we provide content at this time, and how are we helping the community. So we've got a lot of influencers and bloggers that are already engaged on Texans Helping Texans, so there might be some things to lift off of there.
It's a great idea.
You know, Kate, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I was trying to think of what are teachers needing more of since they're, you know, teaching from home. And I don't know if it seems like a very easy thing to get done, maybe not in the next couple of weeks, but like AT&T or Spectrum or whoever, you know, give free internet for a year.
Yeah.
As a prize, you know.
This is Lacey Edmondson from Kinder Scott. We are happy to supply prizes and do 20 yellow boxes with gifts in it, and then maybe like one big prize with a piece of fine jewelry. More than happy to contribute to that.
Lacey, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I think teachers are going to be over the moon when they see that yellow box.
That's what we love to hear. And then we also host on Sundays. We launched this a few weeks ago as we've pivoted our business. It's a webinar series called The Sunday Social. And we have guests come on the show with Leslie Firka, who has been with our company for almost 10 years now. And I was thinking it would be wonderful to have someone come on the Sunday night before Teacher Appreciation Week to talk about the TeachersCan campaign. And we can use our platform to help to get the word out.
Yes, that would be amazing. Thank you.
And hey, it's Kim from Whataburger. Speaking of that same kind of thought process, just like Laura said, we'd love to help. Just let us know kind of ideal quantities, and we'll get some creative ideas. I know I gave Pauline quite a mixed bag of things when we thought we were launching for South by, so we love to get creative. And then as far as trying to help just get the word out about this amazing campaign, just let us know kind of the social media cadence and how ideally you'd like us to engage, because our social media folks are ready, willing, and excited. They're also supporting Texas Helping Texas. I do think that that's a great tie. And we do have some great partners that if they are interested in providing some content, like we have you know, some of the, like you mentioned with some of the artists, the McNay and the local ballet conservatory of San Antonio, they have been looking for ways. They have quite a few digital learning assets, and so if some of our nonprofit partners want to help, would we be open to that, and who would they talk to?
That we would definitely be open to that, Kim, and you can send them to me, and I'm happy to try to corral. And the other thing I was going to say to you guys, and Erin specifically for you as well, any relationships that you all, because we're seeing a lot of celebrities who want to get involved at this time, right? They want to, they're stuck at home like we are, and they want to be relevant and so forth. So any relationships that you all have with what we would consider a famous or celebrity Texan, I'm going to send you a letter that you could shoot out to anyone that you guys are involved with to see if they wanted to be a part, because like if you think about things we've seen this week, like the John Krasinski had the cast from Hamilton serenade that little girl at home. I saw Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick surprise some kids of nurses today. So we got a lot of famous people around Texas. We would love to figure out ways to get them engaged. And I know you guys have relationships with some of those people. So anything that you guys could do to help on that front, I think would be great as well.
And
What
Kate,
about Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah. I mean,
does anybody know him?
We do, but that was what I was going to jump in. He just did a really neat bingo, virtual bingo for senior citizens, and we are happy to send him the letter. I know that when we initially tried to connect with him about TeachersCan before the pivot, he was open, but the way that his folks work, they really wanted a full pitch. So kind of like what we would envision ideally him, for him to do, versus kind of leaving it open. So we had, thrown out a couple ideal scenarios where we were going to have get a suite at one of our NFL or, so-and-so partners, and then he would surprise them. And he was open to that because his mom's a teacher, he's a teacher. So, but I think I would just need Kate and Sherry and Pauline, if there's an ideal thing that you would like him to do to help amplify this message, I can include that with the letter.
I think it would be really cool along those lines, Kim, if we planned to do something, a virtual event, and he Zoom bombed in, that would be amazing,
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
just know, would love to hear from others about, given who he is, and maybe it is an online bingo game or something. What do teachers like that they could be doing? And then it's oh wait, someone else has entered our room. Who is that?
Now that he's a professor at UT, he might have some tips on how to bring what he's learned from acting to bring into the classroom, to help teachers think about how to engage people on a different level.
I'm also wondering if he would leverage some of his relationships here in Texas. Would he MC a concert with some Texas musicians that he knows, as one of the events as well, and help us really connect with some others, big names.
Yeah, if you'll put 3 of those ideas, Aaron, I know you guys also support that MJ&M event in Austin, and that was supposed to be this month, and that's Jack Ingram, Mac Brown, and then there's always a bigger artist, and I forget who it is this year, but it was canceled. So, there could be a tie-in with a virtual concert. And then, if you just give me 3 ideas, and for example, Kate, I love the Zoom bomb. So if you just let me know, hey, we're going to be doing X on around this time, we'd love for him to Zoom bomb it. They're very, very particular. It's what I've learned.
Well, and he is a fitness buff, so I wonder if he is a big fitness buff. So I wonder if it even if we were doing an online fitness class and he well, they have he is really passionate about his nonprofit, Just Keep Living Foundation, and that's all about mental health and physical health. So I think all of those things would be open to. They just really want very specific requests that he can kind of give a thumbs up or thumbs down, basically. And then Aaron, along those same lines, I know you guys have a relationship with Eva, and I'm wondering if we could get her to do something, especially on the beauty front or something, same kind of a thing,
Definitely. Yeah. I would think that she would love to play a part.
So I'll work on, Kim, I'm going to get that letter over to you today, and I'll include some very specifics. My goal is to make it easy on you guys. So it's basically you just have to flip it to their people without a lot of work on your part, because I know you're super busy right now. So I will work on that today.
Hey, Kate.
No,
Kate, this is Suzanne. It might be, it is a long shot, but if you'll get it to me, I'll get it to Jenna Bush. And then I'll talk to Sonia Medina Williams to see how we get it to Laura Bush.
Okay.
So who knows? I don't know that we want anything said nationally, but you never, Jenna's very active on social media too. So maybe it's just getting her to, say, do something on her social media account.
We did talk about that, Suzanne, because we do think that, because I think everyone is searching for positive stories, right? And the Today Show in particular has been doing the morning boost and sharing stories of positivity and people connecting in different ways. So I think that we were hoping, through Jenna or someone else, that there could be interest on the national level, because I think this message around TeachersCan is very relevant in Texas, but it's also relevant around the country. This is happening everywhere.
Yeah. The other person I thought of, and this is probably even a closer link to Jenna, is Ashley Weaver.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Red McCombs is widespread enough in the state to be, you know, a prize, but maybe they could do free oil change for a year or something, you know, free car for a year.
Yeah.
Or a car, maybe.
How about a car?
A car.
And I know that, oh, go ahead, Laura.
The other thing would be Jenna and Hoda. I mean, if you could get them to talk about it on their show,
Yeah.
that would be a great format for this content. The other thing, while I'm talking real quick, we're currently doing a challenge on social with kids doing art projects at home, and it's a competition. Just we're teaching them about things made with petroleum products that are not gasoline. Anyway, so I don't know if there would be a way for us to tie that, and the teachers could do the kids challenge with some of their kids in the classroom, but we can talk about that offline if you think that would be a good tie.
Yeah, that's fun.
Very.
I don't think Jenna is a long shot. I mean, she was a teacher, and she knew how hard it was. But we do also have some other folks here locally in San Antonio. The lady that won Survivor, she went back for Survivor, I guess, reunion. And so she lives here locally. And then the lady that owns Bird Bakery, I forget her name, but she's married to an actor too. And she loves H-E-B and Whataburger. So I think we have some great folks here. We just can get a little creative.
Yeah, that's a great idea. She's married to Armie Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She's another friend of my stepdaughter's.
I was thinking Kelly might know her.
Yeah, they were in the same sorority, I think. But
I think Army
and they're kind of neighbors in that little strip center.
Yeah.
I think Armie Hammer's an Alamo Heights grad.
Yeah, he may be. Elizabeth is her name, and she is. I don't know that she grew up here. Her grandmother lived here, and that's why she opened Bird Bakery here. She doesn't look like she ate anything she baked, but
I know. But even like, how cute is that? Like a how-to cooking lesson on her famous, chicken salad, how to make it, or something like that. But I think these are VIP experiences that would be just really unforgettable.
I think that's a great idea, and I'm wondering, that makes me think about too, like even like a Johnny Hernandez or like local chefs.
Good idea.
Things of how to make whatever they're famous for. Like, can we get someone to teach how to make shrimp paisano or whatever? Like their famous dishes.
Yeah, and I think if you do that, and then they have to tell a story about a teacher that inspired them.
Yeah,
while they're cooking.
Like that.
So
love that.
I know Cory has a relationship with Jason Beatty, and probably John, but that could be a good person to tie in there.
Absolutely.
And Jason, we can reach out to him too. But he's been doing a nightly cooking show with his family, and so
really?
it's really sweet. And so he asked us for some like Whataburger sauces one night, but he would love that.
Well, Tangi Patton is back on News 4 doing cooking, which is kind of ironic because they fired her as a newscaster several years ago because she was too old. But I noticed the other day, because her Good Times, Good Taste with Tangi has gone statewide now, her own show, but those are all taped segments.
Yeah.
But Tangi would help in any way, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Is this also the time that we enlist some of our sports contacts to start doing, as well, messages to the teachers to cheer them on, that kind of thing? We'd originally had
For sure.
Hey, yeah, this is Julie with the Spurs. Sorry for any of the confusion back and forth. I think we've had some miscommunication on the meeting times here on our end, but so I know we'll catch up, I think, next week as well, probably a little bit more in depth, but I'm definitely loving all these ideas. It's really helpful for our team to know kind of what's being thrown out so we can best provide and help in that way. Obviously with, the season situation right now, tickets are something that we are more than happy to offer just as we get more information on that, in terms of prizes, of course, but then also potential player activations and just what that might look like from drop-ins to shout-outs, but we'll definitely need to talk more in depth with our team on that. But I think it's really helpful to hear who is all engaging, so we can kind of bring that to the table. And I think that's something we could definitely do with our legends and maybe Sean Elliott or George Gervin as well. So, and then side note too, this is not really sports related, but potentially two things just from my own brain. If you could send me that letter as well, I'd love to get it to Brene Brown. Just maybe she could do something. And then didn't know if you had any interest or if we were kind of not going this route, but just from a personal connection standpoint with any vineyards or breweries or anything like that, if that would be something of interest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great idea.
And breweries, I think teachers would appreciate any of that.
Oh, totally.
And wine. Yeah, a lot of the wine, maybe a wine pairing class. And then, some of the local suppliers here would love that. I know that they would donate wine.
I know William Chris has been doing a lot of online virtual tastings in Fredericksburg. Senor Vineyards was on Great Day SA yesterday. But yeah, I have a couple of connections with William Chris and some other of the vineyards. And then of course, like Weathered Souls and Alamo Brewery and all that, which I'm sure you all do too. But just throwing that out there, because I think that could be a fun kind of different type of prize too.
Yeah.
Maybe Popovich would do something. I heard that he did a phone call with all the staff at Haven for Hope. I'm on an advisory board for them, and they said he was absolutely wonderful and really lifted their spirits.
Yeah, we will definitely add that to the list.
Like if you could do a pep talk from Pop, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and of course, like I said, I think sometimes it's like Sean Elliott's doing his segments right now too. So I think those are kind of easy engagements and just something for sure. So we can definitely go that route and see what we can do with Pop.
Maybe great. Jennifer Bruce Bowen can do how to tie a bow tie.
Yeah,
that's a cute idea. I like that. I'm ready for your Zoom calls.
Always hard. And never gets easier. I also was wondering, like, I would think David would do something. Robinson, given his commitment to education.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, like I said, all of these ideas are really helpful. And again, I apologize with the kind of miscommunication on our end. There's one calendar appointment and then somebody wasn't on it. So I don't know, but we will definitely regroup, I believe, on Saturday or next Friday too, when Jen's on the call as well.
Awesome.
Just something to mention is that it would be so cool, especially I was thinking with the Spurs or another sports team, something for our male teachers that says, we need more men and we thank you men who are also teachers. Just because a beauty, we talked about beauty packages, and of course, I wear my jewelry proudly, but what could we do for our men teachers? So if we do a beauty package, could we do a men's grooming as well, or something like that, just so that we balance?
For sure.
Very smart.
Question on the schedule. So y'all are thinking basically the prize giveaways are those 5 days of Teacher Appreciation Week. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm sorry, I know it was probably on that kind of green slide where you had everything tracking. When were you planning to post exactly what all the prizes are?
Same time. So the idea is when we issue the press release the week of the 20th, Aaron, in the press release, we'll kind of, do a high level, like ranging from this to this. But I think prizes we'd like to get up. I mean, if we could get them up by that week, the week of the 20th, that would be ideal. So people know what they could possibly win when they go on and nominate someone. The virtual events can be a bit more fluid than that, right? Because we can populate what we have, we can continue to add to it, and encourage people to log on to say that calendar will be changing, and events will be added. But I think if we could get the prizes nailed down by the week of the 20th, that would probably be ideal.
Okay, that's helpful. And then the 5 days of prize giveaways. And I know you're referencing the letter that would kind of give the overview so that we can share this along with anybody who we want to engage on prizes or virtual or anything. Is there also, do you think you'd be sharing like a few slides of some of the content? I'm just trying to think of the best way to kind of package this up and make sure that everybody can see and understand this all the content and the concept and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, if it's helpful, we can send you the slides that we had that we went over today along with the letter.
Yeah, I think that would be great. And then we can kind of just make sure we articulate to all the right folks, here's the whole package and campaign and everything.
The other thing I think we hope you'll consider is reaching out to your employees and encouraging them to submit their own stories about teachers who made a difference in their life, and to share the video. All of this, the website and the video and these opportunities will be launching starting on Monday. And so anytime next week, if you all want to share that content and also encourage your employees to share their own stories, to thank a teacher through social media, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
I know Reese Witherspoon was mentioned the other day, and I know she's super high profile and she's been doing her giveaway with dresses from her brand. I don't know if anyone has a hookup, but she's pretty amazing.
She's from Texas, isn't she?
Oh.
No. Never mind. I'm getting confused, I think.
Is she? Oh no, she's from like Alabama, isn't she? Or she's from the South.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Have a connection with Kelly Clarkson. She's a Crowley, Texas girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would be amazing.
Oh.
This is right up her alley, show-wise.
And Sherry,
Yeah.
you might know someone who knows the Jared Padalecki actor. He went to, didn't he go to ISA? He's a graduate locally, and he's on a couple different movies, but he and that a show, but I think he went to ISA.
Tell me, say the name again, or
I'll send it to you offline because it's a Jared Padalecki, I think, but he's an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes, and that gives me a reminder. I don't know the name of this band. I understand it's really hard rock, but sorry about that, my ring. But Lynette Padalecki's son, and Lynette is the chief technology or something. I can't remember the exact title, Aaron, but her son is like in this really, if you're into, it's probably not even called hard rock anymore, but whatever the really big time music is right now, he's in the band that everybody else seems to know about except me. You might check that out. He's local. It's no relation to the person you're talking about, but the Padalecki is the same last name.
Must talent run through the last name or something.
It must.
Okay. Well, this has been amazing. Lots of incredible thoughts and ideas, and you all were so kind to make time for this on Good Friday, which is supposed to be a vacation day, but none of us, I woke up this morning and I'm like, what day is it? Is it Saturday? What's today? I don't know. So we are very appreciative of your time, your energy, your enthusiasm for this. We're hoping that this can be really something very cool, and that we are able to successfully seize the moment that we have before us. So I will get the slides and the letter out to everyone today. And if you all need anything else from us to assist in this process, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. And we're happy to pull that together for you.
I do have one more question, Kate, and I'm sorry if this is getting tactical, but just as we think through like kind of handoff of prizes and things, if possible for y'all to share like what's ideal there. I know we're gonna have them locked in by the 20th, but then like who should they actually go to and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to run, I was thinking about fulfillment on this morning, Erin, and we're gonna have to run fulfillment on our end. So Melissa on our team and Pauline will have to run fulfillment. And so we'll probably run it from our office here in San Antonio. which we can still get into and so forth. No one's there, of course, but it's a great question because I was thinking about it myself. I'm like, how are we going to get these prizes? But yeah, so it's a good question.
Socially distanced prize fulfillment is a new thing.
Exactly. We'll be in the office and it's like, here, you stuff the envelope, but over there, 6 feet away. Don't lick it, whatever you do.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Well, we're excited to be a part of this.
Thank y'all so much. All right, well, I will get the materials out to everyone today. And then again, if y'all need anything else, I hope everyone has a happy Easter, Passover, whatever you celebrate. And at least we have a little bit of time this weekend to have some fun.
And I just posted the link in case you have not dropped your logo in, and I want to make sure that we get you onto the website there. And so it is just a Google Drive folder, and you can just drop a logo in there.
It's in the chat box.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Have
you,
a great
everyone.
day.